Hey beauties, welcome back. Today we're going to be testing out the new Too Faced Born This Way Matte 24-Hour Undetectable Super Long Wearing Foundation. And if you want to see how this wore on my skin, then just keep on watching. So jumping right into the foundation, I've already prepped and primed my skin. That's the Born This Way Matte Foundation. It does come with a pump, as you can see there. I have some hyperpigmentation to cover up on my face, some redness, unevenness. I do have textured skin, so let's apply and see how this looks. Shaking the bottle up. I'm going to squirt 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I noticed they were little tiny pumps. Not a lot comes out in one pump. Dotting this all over the face. And I did pick a neutral shade, but I noticed when I started applying that it came off a little bit more warm toned. And since that was it does give out such little pumps, I did have to put another pump on the back of my hand, so 3 in total for my whole face. Just applying that to the skin, dotting it all over like I normally do. Taking my e.l.f. beauty sponge that I know and that I love, and just pouncing this into the skin. Now, right away, I noticed this Born This Way matte foundation was not melting into the skin. It more or less just kind of sat on top of my skin. The Born This Way original just melts into my skin. It does not sit there. I don't have to work it into the skin. It's not hard to blend. I noticed this wasn't blending very well. It was just kind of sitting there. And my shade is in the color Swan. It is a neutral shade, but like I said, it does come off a bit yellow. So just a little side note there. And once again, I'm just like trying to really melt this into my skin. It just was not working that way. It was kind of just sitting on my skin. It was not easy to blend. And I gave a good look in the mirror. More blending. Really trying to make this look like my skin. It says undetectable long wear foundation. So it didn't look undetectable to me. But we're moving on. Going in with a Dose of Colors concealer, the shade 003 Fair. Just putting that where I normally put it. Gonna blend that in with the same e.l.f. sponge. And then once I noticed too, I started blending in that concealer did not blend well on top of this foundation. As you can see, on my nose, it kind of rubbed the foundation off. And under my eyes too, it was just more than normal how I have to work this concealer in. And this is a concealer that I know and that I love. And as you can see, it's not blending well. So I know it's not the concealer, it was this foundation. And you can see here, it looks super patchy. Right here around my nose is dry. On my jaw area was looking super cakey and dry. Look at my nose. It's just so patchy, and I even try to fix it. I honestly just wanted to go wash my face at this point and put on a foundation that I know that I love. But I was going to give this all day fair shot. So, I mean, you can see right there on my nose, it just did not want to stay. It was so patchy. But still, moving on, we're going to set the under eyes. And that concealer, that Dose of Colors concealer, I wear almost every day. And it's flawless. It looks like skin. And on top of this foundation, it looked horrible. I mean, you can see my face looks super patchy. And it did not give me the coverage that I wanted. I still had stuff I needed to cover. It looked red. I just don't honestly know what's going on with this foundation at this point. But we're going to go ahead and set the foundation like I would do any other foundation. I was a little bit skeptical though because it looked so cracky and dry. And I did my normal morning routine, so my face was not dry when I put this foundation on. It was prepped and ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and use the Milani bronzer. That's the shade 01. Trying to make this work. I honestly just wanted to go wash my face. It looked so horrible. And from about the 2 feet away that my camera is, you can't really tell, but up close, it looked like a hot mess. But we're still going to give this foundation all day between 10 to 12 hour wear. So just moving on like I would normally do. I'm going to go ahead and put some highlighter on my face. And at this point, my face felt super dry. Like I could feel the foundation sitting on my face and it felt tight. Just applying the highlighter, trying to give my face back some life. It looked so flat, so dry. So just trying to do what I normally do. Highlight the high points of my face. I was not happy at this point. It looked super dry and super cakey. And for me, I have oily to combination skin. None of my foundations that I own look like this. So I can't imagine this on a normal to dry skin person. And that blush there is from Essence. That was beautiful though. The blush was so good. Didn't have kickback. Was very pigmented. Very smooth to put on. Just when you don't have a smooth base, it's hard to put products over it. But it went on okay over the foundation. So moving on, going in with the ColourPop Blush Crush palette. Going to give a little life to my eyes. Not doing too much today, no big glam look. I really just wanted to test out this foundation. I had wore it once before, but for like 3 to 4 hours. Just to run a few errands and washed it off. So, and I don't remember really loving it then, but today I wanted to give it the all day. Let's see how this looks at the end of the day on my face. So, really not doing too much to the eyes. Giving them a little dimension. And when I was applying this eyeshadow, I was not happy with how my skin was looking. And that's the main thing. I need a smooth base to move on with my makeup, and this was not giving that to me. It was making my skin look blotchy, textured, cakey, dry. And I did not use the Hard Candy Grip Primer under here either. I just used my normal face lotion and some little bit of the Hailey's Beauty face primer. I have to go in with this Wet n Wild coconut setting spray just because my face at this point was feeling so tight and it looked super dry. Like it needed something. So trying to help this foundation out. Drenching my face in that. And by the way, that smells so good. It smells like I just want to go back to the Bahamas. But patting that in, trying to make it look a little bit less drying. We're going to go in with that middle shade right there and just pop that on the lids. Same thing we're going to do with the other eye. Pop that same shade on the lid. And this foundation says it's infused with coconut water, alpine rose, and hyaluronic acid. Oil controlling, which it was. Waterproof, transfer resistant, 24-hour undetectable long wear foundation, which I would never wear a foundation for 24 hours. Probably the most I would give this is about 12 hours, which we're going to do today, in between 10 and 12 hours. This foundation also comes in 35 shades and retails for $40. I did purchase mine in store at Ulta. Right here, just brushing through those brows. I usually don't even do my brows, but the base of my face didn't look smooth, so I figured I needed to amp up the rest of the face. And once again, going in with this Milani Fruit Fetish, I think it's Dragon Fruit Peach setting spray. I just needed some more hydration to my face. And this did help a little bit. I still could not believe how drying this felt on my face. I'm going to go in with 2 coats of this Thrive Cosmetics as normal. And you can even see right here, as I'm doing my mascara on my chin, it did not give me the coverage that I wanted. And I was scared to build it up because how bad it was looking. But finished that 1 coat and moving on to the other eye. Same thing, we're just going to coat the lashes all the way from the base of the lash up. And you can even see around my nose right here where it's red and patchy looking. It did not even my skin tone out. I have redness on my face, and you can still see that coming through. You can see the hyperpigmentation on my chin coming through. But the mascara did give us a little bit more life to our face. And just going in with that 2nd coat. Same thing with the other eye. 1 more coat. But when my base of my face, my skin does not look flawless, I honestly don't want to do the rest of my makeup. That is the main thing to me, is the base. When that's not right, your other stuff doesn't look good. But since this was a wear test, I did wear this all day. And going in with the same mascara on those bottom lashes. And I feel like I just needed to clean up a little bit. That mascara always hits the back of my lid. So doing that real quick. And I went in with this e.l.f. Tough Cookie like lip balm. And actually this lip balm for $5 is so good. The color is super pretty. It's thick and feels nice on the lips. It's not sticky at all. This felt like a $20 lip balm that I bought out of Sephora. So for the price of it, you can't complain, but I just wish it had a different applicator. I really don't like rubbing my fingers on my lips throughout the day. And here we're done with the foundation. Just trying to make myself look a little bit better because it's so patchy and feeling so dry on my skin right now. So yeah, there's the look, and you can see on my chin did not cover very well. It doesn't look flawless, and it definitely does not look like my skin. So that claim I already do not agree with. So this is the final look. I'm gonna wear this for about 10 to 12 hours. I already don't like it that much. As you can see, I have comboed oily skin and it's already dry looking here, around my nose, on top of my nose. It didn't cover up very well on my chin. My Haley's Beauty foundation is half the price and looks way better than this. Although the bronzer, blush, highlight went on just fine on top, but the base doesn't look good. I don't know if you could see that, but it already looks dry and makeup-y. And this not being covered is bothering me. But we're going to do the full wear test of 10 to 12 hours and we'll see how it goes. Hi guys, this is the 4-hour check and I'm in natural light. I'm in my car. I've been running errands. I've had a mask on my face, and as you can see, my face is not oily, but surprisingly enough, with my oil combination skin is looking dry. It feels drying on my face. Actually, I can feel it on my face. It's not the most comfortable. It looks dry. It doesn't look like my skin. It looks makeup-y. It's dry. I don't know if you can see around my chin and on the sides of my face, on the sides of my nose and on my nose. This is not my favorite foundation so far. I'm going to continue to leave this on for 6 more hours and then do another check-in and see how it goes, but for right now, not a big fan. Hey guys, this is my last check-in. I've had this makeup on for 11 hours. I'm about to go wash it off and go to bed. As you can see, it looks super makeup-y around my mouth and my nose right here. On this side, didn't cover very well. I had creasing right here. I would say that the original one applies and wears better. This one was super drying, although at about the 7-hour mark, my natural oils came through and it got a little bit better. But you can see, like on my chin, it's super makeup-y looking. It does not look like skin. And I have foundations that are half the price that cover better and look like skin. So this is not a holy grail for me, and it's a no-go. So see you in my next video.